नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो उज्जायाणं नमो लोये सव्वसाहूणम् मङ्गलं भगवान् वीरो मङ्गलं गौतमो गणी मङ्गलं कुन्द कुन्दाद्यो जैन धर्मोऽस्तु मङ्गलम् सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं सर्वकल्याणकारकं प्रदानं सर्वधर्माणां जैनं जयतु शासनं जैनं जयतु शासनं जैनं जयतु शासनम्. So today we will be starting Vitrag Vigyan part 3. Today we will be doing the first lesson, homage to the Siddhas or Siddh Pujan. This pujan is written by Dr. Hukamchandji Bharit. So first, before we start the pujan, we always do this sthapna or invocation. Chidanand Swatam Rasi Sat Siva Sundar Jan ज्ञाता दृष्टा लोक के परम सिद्ध भगवान. O holy Siddhas, you are sentient. Sentient means Chidanand, enjoying your own self, means Swatam Rasi, अपने आत्मा में लीन रहने वाले. सत, here it is written true, but this is not that sat. This sat means existence. Shiv, Kalyanmayi, the good, and Sundar is ever pure. So, we are praying to the Siddhas. O holy Siddhas, you are sentient, enjoying your own self. The true will be the existing, the good, and ever pure. ज्ञाता दृष्टा लोक के परम सिद्ध भगवान. You are the all-knowing and perceiving Lord of the universe. So Siddh Bhagwan is Lord of the universe because Siddh Parameshti has destroyed all the karmas. Dravya karma, bhav karma, and no karma. Gyata drashta lok ke, you are the all-knowing and perceiving. So Gyata, Gyan is knowledge and Darshan is perceiving. So Siddh Bhagwan is the all-knowing and perceiving Lord of the universe. I implore you to remain with me during the ritual. Implore means beg. So as is common with every puja, initially we do the sthapna. The complete sentences in Hindi are Om Reem Shri Siddh Chakradhipate Siddh Parameshthina Atra Autar Sar Samvost Atra Tishtha Tha Atra Mama Sanito Bhava Vashta. अत्र outer मतलब इधर आइए. So जैसे अपन as we welcome the guest, so similarly here also we are welcoming Siddh Parmeshthi. Atra tishtha. Sit here. Take your seat. And the last one is Atra Mama Sanito. मेरे आप करीब में रहो. तो यहाँ जो here it is written, I implore you to remain with me during the ritual. So implore is beg. I beg you to remain with me. So in any pujan, this kind of sthapnas is done initially, and then the actual pujan starts with the 8 dravyas. The first one is jal. Jal is water. So Sachi ji, you can read. One each will just circulate. So first you finish the jal one, and then Rajeshri ji will do the chandan one, then Akshar. Similarly, will go on doing one each.
Okay, sir. ज्यों ज्यों प्रभुवर जल पान किया, त्यों 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 तृष्णा की राग जली थी.
Fire.
हाँ,
Aag.
आग. Oh, this is okay.
Aag is fire.
त्यों त्यों तृष्णा की आग जली थी. आश की प्यास बुझेगी अब, पर यह सब मृग तृष्णा निकली. आशा तृष्णा से जला हृदय, जल लेकर चरणों में आया, होकर निराश सब जग भर से, अब सिद्ध शरण में मैं आया. The more I consumed water, the greater the thirst for possessions of worldly pelf. My heart burnt with desires and passions. I have come to you with this water. Having been disillusioned of the world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. I offered to you this water for destroying my circle of life and death. This has not been able to quench my eternal thirst.
So there is one line missing, the second line. कि आस की प्यास बुझेगी अब, पर यह सब मृग तृष्णा निकली. मृग तृष्णा is a mirage in a desert. So the whole line in English which is missing here, it will be like that. I had a hope that my thirst will be quenched, but it turned out to be a mirage. Then first line, I'll start with the first line. The more I consumed water, the greater the thirst for possessions of worldly pelf. Pelf is money, wealth. So the more I consume the water, the greater the thirst for possessions of worldly pelf. My heart, so that is a second line will be, I had a hope that my thirst will be quenched, but it turned out to be a mirage. Mrug Drishna. You know, deer, when he is very thirsty, he goes on for searching water in the desert. And due to the reflections of the sand, it appears that there is a pond over there. And so he runs there for that water. But when he goes there, there is no water at all. It is just a reflection. Then he sees a similar kind of reflection few distance ahead. And then again he runs there and goes nearby there. And again he finds it to be only sand only. Similarly, he keeps on running from one place to another place, and he doesn't get a drop of water, and ultimately he dies. So similarly, I also thought that my thirst will be quenched, and because of that I also engage myself in different sensory objects, but there was no water there. There was no water in the desert, so he remained thirsty only. Then the third line, आशा तृष्णा से जला हृदय जल लेकर चरणों में आया. My heart burned with desires and passions. So the sentiments of desires and passions rose in myself. I have come to you with this water. To satisfy or to fulfill my desires, I have come to you with this water. Having been disillusioned होकर निराश जग भर से. So niras is frustration. So having frustrated from the world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. अब सिद्ध शरण में मैं आया. So having been frustrated from the world, निराश होकर सब जग भर से, from all the world, whole of the world, I have come to Siddhas for shelter. I offer to you this water for destroying my circle of life and death. This has not been able to quench my eternal thirst. So this water, whatever water I consume, but my eternal thirst, that never gets satisfied. So having been frustrated from this world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter, or I have taken shelter to the Siddhas. The second one is Chandan. Rajeshri ji.
तन का उपचार किया अब तक, उस पर चंदन का लेप किया, मलमल कर खूब नहीं करके तन के मल का विक्षेप किया. अब आत्मा के उपचार हेतु तुमको चंदन सम है पाया, होकर निराश सब जग भर से अब सिद्ध शरण में मैं आया. I served my body in various ways, applied sandal paste for comfort, took bath applying toilets, and thus tried to remove physical impurities. Now I have realized that for the good of my soul, you are the real sandalwood. Having been disillusioned of the world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. I offer to you this sandal water to exterminate the fire of worldly existence.
So Chandan is a famous, sandalwood is famous for So this sandalwood is used if you are if your body is heated, if you apply sandalwood there, then you will feel you will be comfortable, you will feel slightly coldness over there. So I served my body in various ways. तन का उपचार किया अब तक. Upchar means treatment. So I have done the treatment of my body in various ways. उस पर चंदन का लेप किया. Applied sandal paste for comfort. Then मलमल कर खूब नहा करके. Took bath applying toilet. So this is again a wrong translation. We never apply toilet. But because of mal, the translator thought it to be toilet. But actually malmal kar. Malmal kar matlab again what you call?
Scrubbing.
Massage, yeah.
Scrubbing the body?
Yeah, scrubbing the body, right. Rubbing the body. So malmal kar khub naha karke. So after taking a shower, okay, तन के मल का विक्षेप किया and thus try to remove physical impurities. So this is correct. Try to remove physical impurities. अब आत्म के उपचार हेतु. Now I have realized that for the good of my soul, you are the real sandalwood. You are not the real sandalwood, but you are just like a sandalwood. तुमको चंदन सम है पाया. So Chandan Saman means I am finding you as a as a coolness that we get from a sandalwood. Just like the coolness that we get from a sandalwood, similarly, I have found you to be of the same. होकर निराश जग भर से, having been frustrated from the world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. I offer to you this sandal water to exterminate the fire of worldly existence. So Chandan is for extinguishing the fire. So by offering this sandal water to exterminate the fire of worldly existence. I want this worldly fire to exterminate or extinguish. Then third one is akshat. Akshat is rice. Who is next? Aditi ji.
सचमुच तुम अक्षत हो प्रभुवर, तुम ही अखंड अविनाशी हो, तुम निराकार अविचल निर्मल स्वाधीन सफल सन्यासी हो। हे शालीकरणों का अवलंबन अक्षय पद तुमको अपनाया, होकर निराश सब जग भर से अब सिद्ध शरण में मैं आया। Rise. You are
again, yeah.
You are in fact everlasting, unbroken, and without destruction. You are formless, static, pure, free, and a successful recluse. Taking support of the rice grains, I have comprehended the indestructible nature of the Siddhas. Having been delusion of the world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. I offer to you this unbroken rise to achieve undestroyable glory of the self.
You are in fact everlasting. Everlasting is used for the word akshat. So akshat is eternally lasting. In fact, everlasting. Okay. तुम सचमुच तुम अक्षत हो प्रभुवर. You are in fact everlasting, and this is, remember, this is all we are praying to the Siddh Parmeshti, because this is a Siddh Pujan. So how is the Lord? You are in fact everlasting, akshat. Then unbroken, that is akhand. Avinashi. Avinashi means that which doesn't get destroyed. So Siddh Parmeshti is everlasting, unbroken. Unbroken, akhand. Akhand is in fact a mass. And without destruction, that is avinashi. Tum nirakar. Nirakar is formless. Avichal is static. Nirmal is pure. Swadhin is free or independent. Safal sannyasi ho. A successful recluse. Recluse je matlab vairagi and ya sannyasi. So Siddh Parmeshti is the most successful recluse. So he is everlasting, he is unbroken, he is without destruction, he is formless, he is static, he is pure, he is free or independent, and a successful sannyasi. Taking support of the rice grain, ले शाली कणों का अवलंबन. I have comprehended the indestructible nature of the Siddhas. So, ले शाली कणों का अवलंबन. ले शाली कणों का अवलंबन. इन अक्षतों के माध्यम से मैं आपके समान अक्षय पद की प्राप्ति करने का संकल्प कर रहा हूं. So just like you, I am also taking a vow, or I am setting up my aim in अक्षतों के माध्यम से. So taking support of this rice grain, or offering this rice grain, I want to become just like you. I have comprehended the indestructible nature of the Siddhas. Comprehended is understand. So taking with the help of this rice grain, I am also making a commitment to become just like you. Having been disillusioned of the world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. So having been frustrated from the world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. I offer to you this unbroken rice, akshat, one which cannot be destroyed. I offer to you this unbroken rice to achieve undestroyable glory of the self. So this is what we want. Next is pushpa. Pushpa means flower. So now, Prinalji.
Yes, sir. Push. Please forgive me for my Hindi, sir.
No problem.
पुष जो शत्रु जगत का प्रबल काम, तुमने प्रभुवर उनको जीता, हो हार जगत के वीरों की, क्यों नहीं अन्नदान आनंद सॉरी क्यों नहीं आनंद बड़े सबका।
प्रमुदित
मन विकसित सुमननाथ, मानसिज को ठुकराने आया, होकर निराश सब जग भर से, अब सिद्ध शारंग में छाया। Flower. You have conquered lust, which is the common enemy of all the creatures. We rejoice in the feet of this common enemy of all worldly beings. With a happy mind in full bloom, I have come to you to discard this lord of lust. Having been disillusioned of the world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. I offer to you these flowers to destroy lust and passion in my being.
जो शत्रु जगत का प्रबल काम is lust. तुमने प्रभुवर उसको जीता. So you have conquered the lust. You have conquered lust, which is the common enemy of all the creatures. जो शत्रु जगत का प्रबल काम. So this, all the creatures of this universe are having this common enemy of lust. So the Siddh Parameshti have conquered this lust, and I also want to conquer that lust. So I have come to you for shelter. हो हार जगत के वैरी की, क्यों नहीं आनंद बढ़े सबका. We rejoice in the defeat of this common enemy. So if we win over lust, that means we have defeated this lust. We rejoice in the defeat of this common enemy, which is lust, of all worldly beings. And when you defeat the lust, or when you win over the lust, then your happiness automatically increases. क्यों नहीं आनंद बढ़े सबका. प्रमुदित मन, with a happy mind in full bloom, विकसित सुमननाथ, मन सिज को ठुकराने आया. I have come to you to discard this lord of lust. Right? होकर निराश सब जग पर से, अब सिद्ध शरण में मैं आया. Having been frustrated from this world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. I offer to you these flowers, pushpa, to destroy lust and passion in my being. To destroy lust, to destroy my lust and my passions. So for that, I'm offering you this flower. Each one has some kind of inner meaning. So this was Pushp, and next is Nevad. Nevad is sweets. So for the next one, I think Jenny ji.
Yes, sir. मैं समझ रहा था अब तक भोजन से जीवन चलता है, भोजन बिन नरकों में जीवन, भरपेट मनुज क्यों मरता है, तुम भोजन बिन अक्षय सुखमय, यह समझ त्यागने हूँ आया, होकर निराश सब जग भर में, अब सिद्ध शरण में मैं आया. Sweets. I was under the illusion that life exists only on account of food. Life, however, sustains without food in hell, and human die even well fed. You are eternally happy without food. I have come to you to discard my wrong faith. Having been disillusioned of the world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. I offer to you these sweets in order to win victory over my passion of greed.
So to win over this passion of greed, the Bhakt is offering the sweets. So मैं समझ रहा था अब तक प्रभु. So I was under the impression that life exists only on because of food only. But in hell, there is no food available, and still hellish beings are surviving. So that means कि food is not the solution for the life to exist. It does not depend on the food. And even when a human is well fed, still he dies. So these all prove that life is not sustainable with food. And you are eternally happy without food. So Sid Parmeshti is not having any food, he's not having any body. So he's not having any kind of food, and he's still happy. Not only happy, eternally happy. Avyabad Sukh. Uninterrupted happiness. You are eternally happy without food. I have come to you to discard my wrong faith. So what is this wrong faith about? If life exists because of food. So this has been proved wrong. Having been frustrated from this world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. I offer to you these sweets in order to win victory over my passion of greed. So this was all about sweets. Next in the sequence is Deep, then Dhoop, Phal, and Arg. So for Deep, I would go back to Sachi ji.
Yes, sir. आलोक ज्ञान का कारण है, इंद्रिय से ज्ञान उपजता है, यह मान रहा था पर क्यों कर जड़ चेतन सर्जन करता है, मेरा स्वभाव है ज्ञानमयी, यह भेद ज्ञान पा हर्षाया, होकर निराश सब जग भर से, अब सिद्ध शरण में मैं आया. I thought light is the cause of consciousness and senses help it in its achievement. But inanimate things cannot create animate existence, as preached by other faiths. I am by nature all sentience. I am happy to realize this faith. Having been disillusioned of the world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. I offer to you this lamp in order to destroy the darkness of delusions.
So to destroy the darkness of delusion, Here it is, in the example, it is light, but in the principle, it will be consciousness or the Gyan. आलोक ज्ञान का कारण है. I thought light is the cause of consciousness. Indriya se gyan upadhyay, and senses help in its achievement. So this was my wrong understanding, right? But inanimate things, inanimate means non-living things, jad. But inanimate things cannot create animate existence, cannot create चेतन. जड़ चेतन का सर्जन नहीं करता है, right? So inanimate things cannot create animate existence as preached by other faiths. So in other philosophies, they say that I am the creator. But here they says कि inanimate things cannot create animate existence. मेरा स्वभाव है ज्ञानमयी. I am by nature all sentience. Sentience is ज्ञानमयी. यह भेद ज्ञान पा हर्षाया. I am happy to realize this faith. So actually भेद ज्ञान is not faith. भेद ज्ञान is discriminating knowledge. I am happy to experience this discriminating knowledge. होकर निराश जब सब जग भर से, अब सीधे शरण में मैं आया. Having been disillusioned, having been frustrated from this world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. So when I am frustrated from all places, I come to the Siddhas for shelter. I offer to you this lamp in order to destroy the darkness of delusions. So this lamp is the right knowledge, and through this right knowledge, I can destroy the darkness of delusion or the wrong belief that I have since time immortal. The next is dhoop. Dhoop is incense. So who was the next? Rajeshri ji. She is not able to unmute, I suppose.
Sorry, sir, unmuted.
Okay.
मेरा स्वभाव चेतनमय है, इसमें जड़ की कुछ गंध नहीं. मैं हूँ अखंड चिदपिंड चंड, पर से कुछ भी संबंध नहीं. यह धूप नहीं जड़ कर्मों की रज, आज उड़ाने मैं आया. होकर निराश सब जग भर से, अब सिद्ध शरण में मैं आया. I am the sentience. There is no smell of lifeless existence in myself. I am a mass of knowledge sentience. Have nothing to do with non-self entities. It is not incense but the dust of karmic matters which I have come to throw to the winds. Having been disillusioned to the world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. I offer to you this incense in order to destroy the karmic matter of the 8 kinds that settles in my being.
So I am all sentience. Sentience is मेरा स्वभाव चेतनमय है. इसमें जड़ की कुछ गंध नहीं. There is no smell of lifeless existence. Lifeless existence is again jad in myself, or inanimate things, you can say. There is no existence of inanimate things in myself. So I am full of sentience, or I am full of consciousness, and there is no smell of lifeless existence in myself. मैं हूं अखंड चिंद पिंड चंड, पर से कुछ भी संबंध नहीं. So चित पिंड is I am a mass of knowledge, sentience. So I am fully filled up with knowledge. This is my fundamental quality, knowledge. There are innumerable other qualities along with knowledge. I am a mass of knowledge, sentience, having nothing to do with non-self entities. पर से कुछ भी संबंध नहीं. I have no relation with non-self entities. यह धूप नहीं जड़ कर्मों की रज, आज उड़ाने में आया. It is not incense, but the dust of karmic matter which I have come to throw to the winds. So we use dhoop, or we so dhoop is used for good smell. So to destroy the karmic matter, I need this incense. Incense of what? Incense of to destroy this karmic matter, I have to realize myself first, and then I have to focus on myself or concentrate on myself. So when I realize myself, it is right faith or right belief. Right belief, will use the word right belief. So first I acquire the right belief, then right knowledge follows, and then right conduct. So all these three put together is the path of liberation. And by getting into this path of liberation, I can remove all this karmic matter which I have bound in my earlier lives. So from this, one thing we can make out is that whatever sins we have done in the past, but today if we want to improve ourselves, if we want to go ahead in the path of liberation, we can still do it. It is not that in the past we have done many sins, so we cannot do it now. Because past is past, and I am now in the present. So if I improve my present, then my future will automatically get better. So for destroying this karmic matter, the 8 types of karmas that I have bound since time immortal, I have यह धूप नहीं जड़ कर्मों की रज आज उड़ाने में आया. So धूप नहीं चलाना मेरे को, लेकिन जड़ कर्मों की रज. So all this small karmic matter, that is जड़ कर्मों की रज. So the dust of karmic matter, that is raj of जड़ कर्म, which I have come, आज उड़ाने में आया, to throw to the winds. होकर निराश सब जग भर से अब सिद्ध शरण में मैं आया. Having been frustrated from this world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. I offer to you this incense, that is dhoop, in order to destroy the karmic matter of the 8 kinds that settles in my being. So it has not entered our soul in any way. These karmic matters, they remain outside only. So I offered to you this incense or the dhoop to destroy the karmic matter, the 8 kinds of karmic matter that I have found earlier and that has settled in my, not in my, but these karmic matters are just next to the soul. So both are different substances. Karmic matter is material substance and soul is about all consciousness. So both are existing side by side, but not a particle of karmic matter has entered the soul and not a quality of soul has gone to the karmic matter. Both are existing independently and not dependent on any other substances. So I offer to you this incense in order to destroy the karmic matter of the 8 kinds that settles in my being. Now the next one is phal or the fruits. Prinalji.
Yes, sir. फल. शुभ कर्मों का फल विषय भोग, भोगों में मानस रमा रहा, नित नहीं लालसाओं जागी, तुमने हो उनमें समा रहा. रागादि विभाव किए जितने, अकुलता उनका फल पाया, होकर निराश सब जग भर में, अब सिद्ध शरण में मैं आया. Fruits. I have been immersed in the pleasures of the senses that have come my way as fruition of merits. New desires have ever been rising and I have been engaged in satisfying these. All these wrong indications have ever resulted in restlessness. Having been disillusioned of the world, I have come to the Siddhas for the shelter. I offer to you these fruits in order to achieve the fruit of complete liberation for myself.
So शुभ कर्मों का फल विषय भोग. So विषय भोग is pleasure of the senses. So I have been immersed in the pleasures of the senses that have come my way as fruition of merits or the auspicious karma that I have bound earlier, and the fruition has happened now, and because of this fruition of auspicious or the merits karma, I'm getting this sensory pleasures, and I have been immersed in that sensory pleasures that have come my way as a fruition of merits. नीत नई लालसाए जागी, तन्मय हो उनमें समा रहा. New desires have ever been rising. So for these desires never get satisfied. If one desire gets satisfied, then there is another desire which has already risen to disturb us. So we are never we never got rid of desires. So if we achieve right belief, then only we can reduce these desires gradually, and then a time comes when I am free of all kinds of desires. So new desires have ever been rising, and I have been engaged in satisfying this. So one desire rising, I go after satisfying that. So by the time that gets satisfied, there is another desire. Then I go for satisfying that desire, and once that gets satisfied, then there is another desire. So it keeps on happening, and I'm never able to get rid of desires altogether. रागादि विभाव किए जितने आकुलता उनका फल पाया. All these wrong inclinations have ever resulted in restlessness. Ragadi vibhav. Ragadi is all forms of attachments, and vibhav is wrong inclinations. So ragadi vibhav kiye jitne akulta. Akulta is anxiety. So what I got anxiety as a result of that. होकर निराश जब सब जग भर से अब सीधे शरण में मैं आया. Having been disillusioned of the world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. I offer to you this fruit in order to achieve the fruit of complete liberation for myself. Now the final erg, which is a combination of all 8 substances. See, jal piya. So first one is jal, second one was chandan. Jal piya chandan charcha malaye surbit sumano ki. So surbit is again the jal chandan, jal chandan, then akshat. So malaye surbit sumano ki pehni tandul seye vyanjan. So this tandul is akshat or rice. Pehni tandul seye vyanjan. Vyanjan is vyanjan will be this neved, I suppose. Seye vyanjan, pehni tandul. And sumanoki is flower, pushpa, okay? Surbit sumanoki, suman is flower. So now jal, chandan, suman, that is flower, pushpa. Then the fourth one is tandul, akshat. Then vyanjan is neved. Deepavaliyo ki ratno ki. So Deepavali is lamp, deep, okay? Illumination, we can say. Deepavaliyo ki ratno ki. Surbi dupayan ki feli. So surbi is again incense. Shubh karmo ka sab fal paya. Fal is fruits. So all the 8 names have come in the first 3 lines. Even after offering all these 8 substances, आकुलता फिर भी बनी रही, क्या कारण जान नहीं पाया. So in spite of offering the 8 substances, my anxiety never faded. आकुलता फिर भी बनी रही. एंजाइटी और रेस्टलेसनेस, क्या कारण जान नहीं पाया. I could not ascertain the cause. Why, even after offering 8 different substances, my anxiety or restlessness has not gone, and I am not aware what is the reason or the cause behind it. जब दृष्टि पड़ी प्रभु जी तुम पर, मुझको स्वभाव का भान हुआ. So drashti padi Prabhuji tum par. So when I saw you, here it is written, when I came to you, my Lord, I realized my own soul force. So soul force is Swabhav, and Swabhav is actually nature. So I realized my own nature. सुख नहीं विषय भोगों में है, तुमको लख यह सद्ज्ञान हुआ. I realized from your presence that there is no joy in the pleasures of mind and senses. सुख नहीं विषय भोगों में, तुमको लख यह सद्ज्ञान हुआ. जल से फल तक का वैभव यह, मैं आज त्यागने हूं आया. I have come to abjure. Abjure is त्याग. I have come to abjure the pleasures arising out of these 8 substances. So I am renouncing all kind of, or I'm, Tyagna is renouncing only. So I have renounced all these substances just to get that happiness. Having been disillusioned of the world. Okay, so hokar niras jabbar se. So having frustrated from this world, I have come to the Siddhas for shelter. I offer to you this mass of the 8 substances in order to achieve everlasting happiness of the soul. So the ultimate target or the ultimate aim is to achieve everlasting happiness of the soul. And to achieve this, I am offering you these 8 substances as a token to get this everlasting happiness of the soul. So this was all about the puja or the homage. And now we move on to Jai Mala. So in Jai Mala there is very good material to understand, and as we will see, there are a lot of preachings in that Jai Mala. All the Jai Malas have this speciality to offer the main theme or the main understanding in this Jai Mala. So again, this is a prayer or homage, but our time is over. So we will begin this Jai Mala in the next class and we'll finish it. And then we'll move on to, if time is available, the second lesson, worship, method and benefit. So just now we were looking at the phal. What are the fruits of doing all this puja? And in the next chapter, this will be explained in detail. Okay, so any questions about today's teaching?
So even in book 2, we had the same pujas, na? In book 2?
Yeah, we had one puja, but it was different one.
In shorter version.
Uh, 1 minute. That was some other puja. We had this Upasana, Dev Shastra Guru Pujan. Yeah. So that was Dev Shastra Guru Pujan, and this is Siddh Pujan. So there is a difference. Okay, anything else?